As I discussed in my previous video, a couple of days ago there was a rape live streamed to Facebook in the city of Uppsala, Sweden. Well, it turns out the media is finally starting to report on the incident. The BBC released a piece a few hours ago touching on the subject, essentially just rewording what the original article said. It makes no mention of ethnicity, background, or anything of the attackers. In my last video, I said that the perps were likely refugees, but we had no proof at the moment. Well, now we have video of them, and this is what one of the attackers looks like. Where do you think he comes from? Now, I have to say this. As of the time that I'm making this video, we still don't know for sure whether or not they are refugees, but I can practically guarantee you that they are. For some reason, the media is in love with Islam, and they're doing their best to cover up the damage caused by the current refugee crisis. Take the New Year's mass rapes in Cologne last year, for instance. There was an enormous cover-up going on, perpetrated by the police and state to hide the incidents. By playing dumb or simply not reporting at all, the media is keeping blind the masses of people who rely on them for information. The BBC article, for instance, says nothing about the background of the attackers or the victim. It only describes the event in very vague details. Now, if you're saying, well, shirt pants, even though you're being overly reasonable in not making unsubstantiated claims about the attackers, you're saying that the media is corrupt and would do anything in its power to cover up any and every symptom of the migrant crisis in Europe. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Let's assume, for a moment, that the victim was a Muslim woman, or a black woman, and the attackers were three young, blonde-haired, blue-eyed native Swedes. The media would jump all over the fictional case in an attempt to paint the event as a hate crime, regardless of whether or not it actually was. But when the reverse happens, there isn't a word, not a peep out of the media for days. And finally, when they do say something about it, their reporting is incredibly vague and gives no additional information on the attackers, in a not too subtle attempt to cover up their identities. Anyhow, here's a clip from another YouTuber named Siren with some subtitles as to what is actually being said in the clip. I won't play the full thing here, so if you want to see it, you can click on the link in the description, and it'll take you to the page where you can see the full video. Also, bear in mind that this video is only several pictures flashing across the screen with the actual audio and subtitles of what is being said. Take a look.
Hon har redan sagt sitt ord. Vem hon blev våldtagen av? Nu, det är hej då. Du har redan gjort det. Du har redan sagt vem du har blivit våldtagen av.
Hej. Hej. Vad är det som har hänt här? Om man ställer en rak fråga. Kom snart.